Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, there is a Tory frontbencher. His name is Neil O'Brien, and he did a video, and it was censored on social media. There was nothing wrong with the video, you understand, but because of the new Online Safety Act, he had this blanked out. He had to prove that you were old enough to see it. He's the Shadow Minister for Policy, Renewal and Development. No, I have no idea what that means either. But he did a piece with a woman called Phoebe. Good guess on this one. Arslanagic Little. That's the best I can make of it. Anyway, she works for the Boom campaign. This is a group that wants to encourage people to have babies. And in the video, when they were discussing this, because we do have a major democratic problem, there is a reason for it. But in the video, as they were talking, and there was a baby in it. And that was the reason for the blockage under the Online Safety Act. Apparently, showing a child. Oh no, you're not allowed to look at babies. Can't have a conversation about babies and not show a baby. But that's illegal now. You've got to cover it up. You've got to be old enough. You've got to be old enough to look at babies. Think about what they're actually saying here. If you're young, you can't look at babies. But if you're old, you can. Okay. It doesn't sound quite right, does it? But the video has some pretty wild stuff in it. You can see why it was banned. She said, parents are more likely than those not raising children to be struggling financially and behind on their bills and mortgage payments. We are a country where it's increasingly it's wealthy people who are having children and poorer people who just can't afford to do so. And I discovered this when I was trying to access it. Getting IVF on the NHS is a total postcode lottery. Now, apparently, and they've looked at the numbers, it's odd how it's predominantly opposition parties that are having their videos blocked on things like X, whereas the government's not so much. It's almost as though it's done deliberately. It's almost as though we're having our news censored and controlled by a government desperately scared of people finding out what's going on or being presented with an alternative view that doesn't align with theirs. If nobody talks about it, it doesn't exist, which is, I suppose, the political equivalent of closing your eyes and sticking your fingers in your ear. But there we go. Talking about babies. Ooh. Got to be over 18 to talk about babies. Thanks a lot. Bye.